Question 1. What is the factored form of this expression? 64x to the third minus 125. Write all factors in standard form. So in our factoring rules, and there's a lot of them, but the first one is we always look for a greatest common factor first. So we do not have a common factor. There is no number that divides evenly into 64 and 125. So from there, what we want to notice, there are two terms. So typically when there's two terms and there's no greatest common factor, we can factor this either using difference of two squares rules or difference of two cubes rules. And it's pretty clear to see this isn't going to be difference of squares because of the x to the third. 64 is a perfect square, that is true, but it's also a perfect cube. So we're going to use the perfect cube rules. And this is really just a formula you have to memorize. So if you're given a problem in this format, the factors are going to be a minus b, and then a squared plus a times b plus b squared. So the key to solving this problem is we need to figure out what are a and b. So our a cubed minus b cubed is 64x to the third minus 125. To find a and b, we need to take the cube root of these numbers. So what is the cube root of 64x to the third? What multiplies by itself 3 times to give you 64x to the third? Well, if you don't know the cube root of 64, you could type the cube root of 64 in your calculator and get 4. Now you can't type in the cube root of x to the third in your calculator. This one you should just know. So the cube root of 64x to the third is 4x. So this 4x is going to be the a. And then to find the b, we're going to take the cube root of 125. Again, you can just stick this in the calculator if you don't know, but the cube root of 125 is 5. So that is going to be our b. So our a is 4x and our b is 5. A squared we're going to get by squaring 4x. So if we square 4x, we get 16x squared. So that's our a squared. Our a times b is just going to be whatever 4x times 5 is, which is 20x. And then our b squared is going to be 5 squared, which is 25. So this could be our final answer, 4x minus 5 and 16x squared plus 20x plus 25. And in fact, it is, because 16x squared plus 20x plus 25 cannot be factored further. Sometimes you can factor this trinomial after you do difference of two cubes, but in this case, that trinomial cannot be factored. So this is our final answer.